What is going on, guys? Back with another video. So there's no denying, guys, that layer ones are probably the king of crypto in terms of deploying smart contracts, in terms of building on them. We've seen the likes of Solana with the meme coins, AVAX with gaming, and all of these other layer ones, which are the key for crypto projects to develop on. And, we've seen in terms of the Bitcoin dominance start to fall slightly. And we've seen some of these old L1s like Cardano go on to do, nearly 3x's over the month. Things like HBAR up 5x, um, Algorand up 3.5x. And, something like Ethereum, which has still remained pretty stable. The thing is, guys, you want to be looking at the next layer ones, which can go and smash past these, high market caps. You just look at the amount of these L1s which have broke through the $1 billion market cap, and you've got some now. Look, HBAR now nearly 11 billion, Cardano at over 40 billion, and you really want to be looking out for the next L1 that can really go and rally. Now, I believe Azero, Aleph Zero is a project which, has had a bit of a rough time over the past year. The chart just kept on going down. You can literally look at the yearly chart and, it just continued to fall. And a lot of people were saying, these were the VCs and some of the team dumping the tokens. You have to remember, guys, a lot of the VCs, the people who got in on the pre-sales, and they were up massively when this was around $2. And of course, guys, when they're investing, tens of millions of dollars, they're going to take profits. It's obvious that that's what's going to happen. I believe we have shaken out a lot of these, early investors, because a lot of them have just dumped, and obviously they've made profits. But I've been saying for a long time, when this was towards, these levels, this was around, 30 cents. Down here, you can just see, guys, I was buying down here because I still believed in the future of this project. You just have to look, guys, at the end of the day, you need to ignore price and you need to look at the project, look at what they're developing. Are they, doing anything? And, A0 is a very promising project. They have a big sort of emphasis on, enhancing privacy enhanced products. And it also gives them a use case within RWA, within gaming, DeFi, huge use case. You can see here, blazingly fast blockchain with modular ZKs, deploy Web3 apps that are as fast as legacy solutions. A0 is a layer one that enables teams to deploy scalable, low cost, and ZK privacy enhanced products. And the key thing, guys, they're in multiple narratives. They can do so many use cases, which you can see here. You can use them, of course, to deploy smart contracts, fast, secure, and Turing complete smart contracts for applications that require high performance computing power. You can also use it for different payments and revenue agreements, supply chain management. We've seen the likes of VeChain, and we've seen how big supply chain management can be. So, you can see is here consistently synchronized and fast distributed record for the full history of production, logistics, and distribution of supply chains on the A0 network. Notary signatures, you've got gaming here, you've got RWA, asset digitization. There's a huge use case, guys, and this is still heavily undervalued, in my opinion. IoT, tax payments, databases. And the main thing, guys, is look at the ecosystem, look at the amount of projects which are developing on A0. You've got DeFi, you've got, software developers, you've got legal, you've got DEXs, you've got environment, eco-friendly projects, investment funds, you've got launch pads, NFTs, oracles, privacy, gaming, RWA, security, Web3 infrastructure. The list goes on, guys. Even meme coins we've got now, potentially. You can just see, guys, look at this list. And this list has continued to grow. You can see, just over the last 30 days, meme coins are starting to launch on A0. We've seen meme coins get so hyped on Solana, on Sui, on Tron, on Ton. So, you need to be able to look for the next potential, narrative. And I think A0 is great. I really do. Of course, price action has been bad over the past year, over the past 2 years, but we've seen what it was always going to do. We've seen the growth I had in it, you know? And on top of that, solid torque utility. And the main reason that I just completely went into full bullish mode with this, they announced the max supply of 520 million. This was done through governance, so you could have voted if you were basically a holder of A0, and people voted for them to basically have a max supply. So this will reduce the inflation, and at this stage, guys, inflation is not really an issue, because we're currently around over 300 million in circulation. So this is a good opportunity, in my opinion, guys. We're just at the start of a real alt season. Solid torque utility, guys. You can use it for staking, you can use it for governance, you can use it for for swap fees, and just a huge use case. On top of that, guys, the team is massive. The team has a huge amount of experience. You can see here it's over 40 team members with previous experience within huge firms. They've won so many awards. They've worked at organizations such as IBM, Stellar, big banks, Google, Uber. They've won so many awards. And, I just don't really know what else you can potentially look for. You can see all of these: Europe's top blockchain startup of the year, best infrastructure project, global fintech awards. And yeah, you can see here the team is growing. And, on top of that as well, for what this matters, they also have an aspect for being, eco-friendly as far as, proof of stake goes. So they do have incentives. They do partner with different sort of, carbon neutral companies, projects, and you can see here some of the work they do. So it's good as well, guys, because this could be a deciding factor for projects, for companies that want to build on A0. If they have the aspect of it being, climate friendly, it's going to be a factor for them to decide to build on A0. You can also stake this, guys. You can become a validator, and yeah, I like the developments, guys. On top of that, they also have some pretty good partnerships with, T-Mobile, some big tech companies, big banks, and it's still undervalued, guys. It's still under 200 million in market cap. And you just have to look, guys. Look at some of the other layer ones. You've seen some of these dead layer ones which have just spiked up literally 5x, 4x in the space of a month. I believe A0 has huge growth from here. I can see this potentially smashing the 5 billion market cap level. I think with the update to the tokenomics, putting a max supply in there, I think it's going to get a lot more eyes on this project. They're doing a lot of developments as well, guys. You can see here constant updates, different, AMAs, and good marketing as well. And yeah, guys, I think it's worth a look. I think the ecosystem is growing. You can just see here, look at the ecosystem already. This is just within the last 30 days. This list is massive. And look at the different, categories it has. I'm very bullish on this. And, you can see here, obviously, these were some of the early investors. And this was a big reason as to why the project was dumping so heavily. But I do think this is a good level to get into. Of course, guys, you're not going to be holding this for the next 2-3 years. You're probably going to want to be out, Q3, Q4, 2025. It could be sooner, it could be later. We'll just have to wait and see. If this was to hit 5 billion, you're looking at 26x from here. And, you just need to look at some of the L1s which have gone to hit the 5 billion mark. You've got ICP, you've got Kronos, you've got Aptos, you've got, HBAR, and you've got something like Algorand, which is close to hitting through the 5 billion mark. So I do think it's possible, but of course, you might want to take profits early on at 2 billion, 3 billion. You'll have to decide, that for yourself, guys. But I do think A0 has a promising future, and I think it's a good project, solid torque utility, growing ecosystem, and good partners, solid team. and huge use case. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching as always. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe so you don't miss any content. And I'll see you soon for the next video.